Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Where are we? So, last recording session I got about 4 hours of footage done. And then that was about 8 hours ago, so I'm not doing terribly, but I'm not doing great either. I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to run up this building. And hopefully this doesn't prove to be an incredible waste of time. I'm running towards the bank because, quite simply put, by the time I make it to the bank, I will have a full bank that's gonna need for me to pick things up. See a treasure chest over here and I want to see if I can get this. We're still oddly early into the game. We haven't gotten the Thieves Guild ready to work. I feel like there's going to be a second set of treasure chests though. See, this is kind of odd. This seems like there'd be some secret entrance to the Assassin's Guild. Which I think that's exactly what it is, that there's at least 3 different ways to enter the Assassin's Guild. Alright, speak to the banker, withdraw the money, investments, go ahead and invest. And there we go. So now we have $13,000, which are Fiorns, which was part of our concern. And I don't think there's a reason to go to Ezio's hideout. We can get this and get probably just this. And I'm not 100% certain I can go that way, and I don't need to go that way anyways. So after we get the armor place, our next goal, I suppose, is the Lair of Romulus, just to see if we can get it done. If I can fix or unlock the Lair of Romulus quicker than what I feel would be the right time, that might be nice to have some increase in armor. This whole game is feeling oddly like a just continuation of the previous game. And it's probably a great argument towards them never having another, like, I only need one more terracotta pot, another series of games that can repair all. But this would be +1/+1 for the Roman longsword. And a heavy weapon isn't a terrible idea either, but should I buy it? I think no. I think that it's a mistake buy these things, and I think honestly a lot of these can't afford this. We could almost afford a crossbow. Let's see. Apparently I'm missing a couple throwing knives.
I just counted again.
So we'll just leave all of that alone. We'll set this here, see if we can run down to this, and then this, and then this memory. And that was silly to do. I'm suffering from some from trying to maneuver myself. We haven't seen any of the setups that we saw in the previous game where there was a couple of treasure chests in a building guarded by guards. Which I'm kind of happy for that change, because that was always a hassle. There'd be 4 guards guarding something, and then I could kill maybe 2 or so, 2, maybe 3 of them at a time. And then I would have to deal with the other 2 in the actual fight. These Borgia towers are proving to be more difficult versions of sync points in exchange for fewer sync points. Avanto. Where's Avanto? It's somewhere around here. This almost looks like a place you could hang on. But also it seems like the game is intentionally blocking my ability to get up on the side. Is this entire area fortified by rocks? Well, if that's the case, then there's really no way up. Unless there's some trickery I can do, like this.
Always be aware of your surroundings. Our strength comes through vigilance. Assassins will not attack from in front. They will approach out of hiding. Never let your guard down.
Somebody's talking over there.
Today because I listen, look, and heighten my senses at all times.
That guy seems like somebody I'm gonna have to kill. Difficulty 4. But how do I get up there? These guards won't be suspicious of me yet. But these guys will. So now we've got a race going.
You there! Pay attention. I could have murdered you right now.
No! He's on horse. And he's running away. That means this is gonna fail. See if I can maybe cut him off on the pass. And I failed. Where are we on the map now? So seems like in just walking around that area, I may have unlocked a few sync points. And we'll just run this way and soon everything will be fine. How much is this? It's under Borgia territory, so I can't do anything with it. Although I suspect, and every time you hit back, it activates, and anytime you hit a button, it activates. So somewhere around here, I think, is the secret facility, but this is the Romulus section anyway, so we'll start with this. We have 2 of, I think, the 6 keys we need. So that's an interesting way to enter. Rolling in through a secret panel of tombs. Complete it within 8 minutes. I don't even know if I want to bother to try. I'm fully notorious in this area. I think you're going to be fully notorious in all the areas. Is there anything down there? Nope. Anything down there? Nope. Anything down there? The game is teaching me that there's nothing down these things. Turn around and look. Dun, dun, dun. Turn around and look down there. I don't think there's anything to do with that. Can I climb up this rope? Nope. Now I tried to turn around there and do a backwards jump without changing the camera, and because I didn't change the camera, it didn't work. That's what I would consider a bug in the maneuvering system, which is a major system in Assassin's Creed games, is speeding up the process, making things work faster as you're walking around and hopping on things. This is a full, like, standard area, which implies to me that this is just supposed to be a race. Another one of these. And I can imagine that there's only 2 of those in total. Again, turn around and look, just in case there's some flag or something. Not that I'm really gonna collect the flags. I assume they want me to run... Well, I assume they wanted me to run the lighted path. And so these 2 are side path things. I could do with the extra money, certainly. We're still very much teetering on those, on the verge of running out of money after we upgrade and purchase everything. I almost wish I did have all the money I had from the previous game. It would be silly, but it would be an earned overpoweredness. Something that I could say, well, since I played the other game so thoroughly, I deserve whatever I'm getting. That being said, it would also, if I hadn't taken a break playing the previous game, I would also be rather annoyed with some of the facts of doing the same thing that I had already done before, so many times before, as far as just collecting chests. It sure feels like there's 2 separate paths there. So I may have missed something, but I also don't kind of care enough to go back. Camera's being obstinate. Looks like there's either some drop down areas or this was the intentional thing. So we go this way, come down this way. So there was 2 paths. One with flag, one without. One that was probably quicker and one that was probably slower. I'm taking the non-lit pass, and we can see there's a guy running around. And pretty much every time I get in one of these tunnels, it's probably just going to end up with me doing something, fighting a bunch of the people in the wolf's armor, which I'm not sure we ever get an armor like that. I got some Vlad the Impaler coins as a collectible towards quests. Can't search this. Interesting. And this is probably the way. And it almost feels like you could get lost in this place, but I don't think you actually can. Having a little bit of trouble there figuring out what I was supposed to do. In fact, I'm having a little bit of trouble in general doing this the wrong way. I hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, that 8-minute timer might get limited. If this really is more of a puzzle than I thought it was going to be. I still feel like I'm going in the same direction. I think I'm going in the right direction. Yep. Okay. So it wants me to climb down that way. And is there a bale of hay? The skeleton just fell down as soon as I looked at it. I suspect that's probably a physics engine. No, it will just drop down. I wouldn't be surprised if the physics engine of the game only worked. Yeah, and you would have died if you'd fallen the whole way, I guess. And we failed. And it certainly didn't give me much of a countdown. It started counting down at like 10 seconds. We're just continuously taking the path not lit up. And it's continuously working for us. And of course, if we wanted 100% sync, we could come back to these memories later. It's kind of a weird New Game Plus system, isn't it? Like, instead of starting a new game and playing over it, which I don't think you'd ever really want to do in an Assassin's Creed game, it's more broken up and saying, well, as long as you experience each memory, which you probably will experience almost all the memories, if not all of them, as long as you experience them in some fashion, you can come back later and try to do them with 100% synchronization. Yep, and I don't know how we would get to that collectible. We'll see if there's a way around. I was lucky that didn't end up killing me. Might as well get it since we saw it. Might as well get this since we see it. It's the little items in particular that I need right now. Now I think eventually there's going to be a new system that's introduced in which we can get these quest items some other way. And if that becomes the case, then opening chest is going to stop being an important factor in gameplay. Or as an important factor in gameplay. But right now, every little bit of money helps. It's certainly a lot more than pickpocketing people. By far, it's a factor of 20 or 30. I think we're good enough. Let's move forward. This is quite the facility. Remember, they still would have wanted us to do this in 8 minutes.
I seek those who lead the followers of Romulus.
And they're stealing from Christian churches. So you make a mad dash to this point, and in other ways this is that fire room again, just redesigned to look differently. There was a room where there was oil on the floor that started on fire and had statues of Romulus. I'm hoping I'm going the right direction, which is in general to say I'm hoping I'm going upwards. Which here, sync with that, this. And that magically
Perfect.
just lined up.
Route up if I fall.
And even the game is admitting that this is a tediously long series of climbs and such, that it needs checkpoints. In a lot of ways, I think the game would be better if it limited itself to smaller climbing sections or more discrete, separate climbing sections. I can't really control the camera. Instead of making it combine what could easily have been 3 separate sections. I don't think we're gonna find any more collectibles. I think we're supposed to just blindly run this way. Skeletons look pretty good, as the mummies. Just running around here, seeing if there's actually potentially anything to find. Doesn't strike me as there is. how much is in this chest. Because that was kind of out of the way. No, same 400 to 500 florins. They do a decent job of not giving you the exact same amount. I can see a lot of video game creators just always giving you 400 or 450 and just guaranteeing that amount in a chest. Here it's a little bit more varied, but it's not like, well, that's pretty varied, 134. It's not so varied as to make you feel like the system is rooting for you in secret, that it's helping you by giving you more when it sees that you're low, or giving you less when it sees that you're extremely high. It just kind of feels randomized in general. Might be going the wrong way. I'm just gonna move forward towards this part because I think I've exhausted enough of this. And I still think this would be under the 8-minute time. Is that a flint knife? Is that why it was sparkling so much?
Romulus! What must we do to this trespasser?
Do not listen. Only the Borgia speak through him. Not your god.
Romulus said that the assassin must die!
Let's see how much is on these guys. Throwing knives and 11 florin. And the camera's certainly not wanting to cooperate that much. I think we're good. Let's continue climbing up here. Throwing knife at me. Certainly quicker fights than what we had in the previous game. I wish this game was just a little bit more consistent with that, because it feels like when you have a programmed event like this, the game knows what it's doing better than when you just run into random guards. It feels like once you are just doing random guards, you are back to the beginning, back to the old system of...
Now you die.
There you go.
Sam, I'm look.
Yes! There!
There's definitely problems with the air animation scene, though. The air assassination kill scene. It's not worked at all for a while now. And perhaps that's just because I'm in the same game run, and if I saved and exited, it might fix. Like, here's a good example. It's like, how do I air assassinate these guys while I'm up here without also falling down? Let's see. I'm kind of at the top. And I've kind of killed everybody, so am I supposed to just go this way? Am I chasing after their leader? I think I might be. Search the follower's lair. That was kind of abrupt. I was expecting there to be a leader or something that I was gonna have to chase or assassinate or kill. So it's pretty obvious that these guys are just stealing antiquities. Let's see, are there any more chests to open? Doesn't seem like it. Now we have number 2. So we have 1, 2, and 3 out of 6. And that was 30 minutes. Probably worth it. Get another achievement. Undertaker 2.0. Can't turn those off. This is the worst part of achievements over a long course of history. Is trying to play a game in the future when nobody cares about achievements and just having it distract and be yet another heads-up display interface that you just don't want. It's particularly bad for people that would like to make music videos using footage, which might be fair use, but probably isn't. But if you want all of the HUD turned off, or if you just want that experience while you're playing the game, that's certainly not what you're gonna get. I'm a little confused as far as where the building is that I was supposed to be looking for. So I'm just gonna move towards this memory. The Borgia captain was over here. And the only thing I could imagine to get the Borgia captain killed would be to ride a horse right up there. Which I suppose we can try. So these guys are gonna notice me. Wrong guy. So if I can't convince oh man, it would have been like the last second that I would have assassinated him from that position. Wow. Alright, it was worth a try. Worth a try. Let's see, we have this big building over here. Let's see. Can we make a jump from this to this? No. And this Porta Asari apparently doesn't have a memory on it. I swear it said it did before. But whatever, I suppose. This is interesting. I'm hitting a wall of trees. Clearly the game doesn't want me capable of walking through that area. Trees here specifically just to limit my location, which does not bode well for an open world game at all. Somewhere around here is a memory. So let's just find it and start. Is this under Borgia control? Probably. Yep.
You cannot pass.
So repair all. Armor repair. Do we have new weapons? We could buy a mace. We could buy the butcher knife, which, you know what, for speed I think I will take it and equip it and see how that works. Crossbow, I can afford it, so we'll buy it early even though the game hasn't told us to. And now we can buy crossbow bolts and investments. Invest. There's a problem, I feel, though, with investing in shops. I just feel like we're gonna constantly heavy sheet, can't afford it.
I do return. You need my help.
Let's see. Withdraw money. Come over here. Nope, talk to this guy. Pouches, heavy sheath. Still can't afford it. Smoke bomb pouches. Can't afford that.
Another time then.
So buying smoke bombs is probably a smart move. Let's talk to these guys. These should be the Thieves
Ezio.
Guild.
La Volpe. I'm surprised to see you.
And why have you appeared at my door?
It's the same characters from the
Wait,
previous
I
game.
know the answer.
You always do.
You want to put my spies to work?
Then join me.
In aiding Machiavelli? No, thank you. That man is a traitor to our order.
A serious allegation coming from a thief. What is your proof?
He was an ambassador to the papal court and traveled as a personal guest of Cesare himself. I also know he abandoned you right before the villa attack.
Machiavelli may not please all tastes, but he is an assassin, not a traitor.
I am not.
Look at his
convinced.
finger. It's not very rounded.
He is meeting someone in the Trastevere right now. Care to accompany me?
I will follow.
This is interesting that Machiavelli might turn out to be a bad guy. Do not be detected while reducing notoriety. Remain undetected until rejoining La Volpe at the Thieves Guild. So, one of the issues that I recall having in the previous game was, while it was a very long game with a lot of collectibles and a lot of missions, the story itself was kind of lacking. So if you were to take the stories that are happening now and combine them with some of the gameplay that's going to happen between now and then, I feel like you might have a better edited down experience by far. Instead of having two games, have one better game. And eventually Ubisoft even agreed to that, even though this is their cash cow, or it was at least at one time, their annual series of every year there will be a new Assassin's Creed game to get $60 plus off out of the... Let's see. I may have to gently push this guy away. I'm right here. Where is the guy? Seems like there's a group.
With the assassin on that way, he'll not survive much longer.
So he must be somewhere up here. This is odd. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I'm supposed to be right here. Just jump through that memory.
Make of that.
Those are his spies. In the guard. But didn't he also say...
Volpe! My son Claudio has been injured!
They are going to shoot him.
I will kill these. Go, get the others.
So.
Get the bastard! Don't see him.
Let's see. So we can see that the crossbow is working pretty well and pretty quickly. So anytime I don't want to kill anybody through assassins or hidden blades, I can just do that.
They are going to kill me.
Look, he has my butcher
Do
knife.
what I do. Qui, let's do it.
Blend in with the cloud so you won't get noticed. Now you need 4, and that does include us. So notice I'm blended fine, but he's not really going black and white and blending.
I dreamt I was surrounded.
Let's see, I'm not sure exactly where we're supposed to go, but I would say it's probably somewhere this way.
I think of moving back out into the Campania. Father brought us here when I was little. No thanks.
So we have thieves now that we can access the database on. These guys aren't getting too suspicious of me. As long as I just walk slowly. And we made it. It seems almost like a non-challenge there. Seems like as long as I didn't start a fight or something, nobody would notice.
Molte grazie, messere.
Keep out of sight for a while. Intesi?
The
It's a little
guards are looking
crazy
for you.
to introduce another character.
Then rip them down. You can pay the heralds a few florins to silence them.
Or I can eliminate witnesses.
You know how to disappear.
This is the same introduction of gameplay mechanics that we saw before. There's certain actions. Ripping down posters, killing officials, bribing heralds. And first things first, if we just come over here and do this, that's 25% notoriety down. If I pay the heralds, I'll reduce it by like 50% or more. Yep, that was easy enough. Just shoot the guy. Well, we kind of know what our new setup is going to be as far as weapons. I think we're going to end up purchasing a lot of bolts, however, if I do use that system a lot. That being said, it's a lot easier now to kill those far away guardians at the Borgia towers, the tower officials, whatever they were called, commanders. A little bit of weirdness in this horse. It's just not moving very fast. And where's Ease over here?
What a night this has been.
Volpe, listen to me. I know what we saw, but you have nothing to fear from Machiavelli. I am sure of it.
I have you to thank for saving Claudio's life. If you believe Machiavelli remains loyal to the Order, I trust you.
So, what of the thieves?
We had plans to repair this old building, but now that you and I are working together, I would like to know what you think.
We need to make sure the Borgias stay away. Perhaps it could look like an inn.
Yes. I like that idea.
Why would the Borgia stay away from an inn? And where's the architect? Here you are. Same guy. He's making bank. That animation did not animate the right way at all.
Welcome, Ezio, to La Volpe Addormentata.
The inn looks perfect. No one will ever suspect its real purpose.
The guild will be run from here. Visit me whenever you like. There might be objectives to pursue that will help our cause in the city.
I see you thieves compete against each other.
You can participate if you wish. Perhaps you will show them a thing or two. Ah, yes, I forgot. We also have gambling.
Look at my crossbow.
It is a great source of income,
It's
especially
just
since we
going
ensure
right
that
through the
Borgia
cape.
guards always lose.
One last thing. I need your spies to find the apple. It has been taken from me.
We are searching the city for it already.
Molto bene. Come to Isola Tiberina with your findings.
I shall.
So is it gonna throw me outside of the inn? 100% sync for whatever that's worth. So come back here, and we have a couple of interaction things. Let's examine what we would need to do. 10 thief groups sent to lure guards. 1 sprint uninterrupted for 300 meters. 20 jumps from a horse to a beam. 40 leaps of faith. Perform 1 dive from the height of 25 meters. Pit pocket 250. Glide a cumulative of 500 meters with a parachute. Well, that's kind of a spoiler. Guards killed with a ranged weapon 25. Guards air assassinated from a beam. And see, I think I can do a lot of those just in the course of gameplay. What's this?
Ezio,
You have need of my assistance.
the thieves in Roma are young, skilled but young, prone to rivalries.
Another gang.
The Centocchi, Cesare Borgia's bootlickers. They cause us significant trouble.
Where can I find them?
My thieves will show you.
So that was another quest started. And these markers identify the location of memories from a restored sequence. How do we gamble?
Come play with me, friend.
How do we do this? So hazard game rules. First roll, rolling a throw 7-11 wins a game payout 1 to 2-2. Rolling a throw out 2-3-12 loses the game and your stake. Rolling anything else and the number stone becomes a chance. Roll again then for the chance rolls. Rolling a chance wins the game with a payout changes depending on what chance is rolling. Rolling a main 7 loses the game and your stakes. Chance rolls payout 4 10, 1 3.5, 5 or 9, 1 to 3, and 6 or 8 is 2.5. So as long as you don't run a 2 or 3 of 12 on your first or any roll, you're probably fine. And any wager doesn't really pay off anything, so what's the max wager? All my money, apparently. That's quite the gamble. Let's just place a regular wager. It's not even showing the dice.
Care to sweeten the pot, amigo?
Yeah, we have to roll again, don't you? Don't you have to? So, winning would be a 4. So we'll do 150. The way this goes up and down is awkward. Again, though, this is just another one of these examples of systems that didn't really need to be in this game. Like, they're extra, but unnecessary. Now, do I roll again? With more wager? Let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it going, because I'm going to lose all this money. So 1 times 3.5, I think that's the biggest payout you could get. The question is, will I get a 4 or will I get a 7? And I lost. And this is why you don't gamble, kids. Restored memories, the dice hazard guild. There's a couple ladies here, but not a ton. Let's see, we could come over to this. Withdraw the money. Invest in this bank, why not?
My craft will last a lifetime.
How much money do I have? Let's see, pouches. What's the shop quest, by the way? Let's go ahead and purchase the heavy sheath. So the investments are the things that are going to unlock more things. Now I'm out of money though, so any idea of fixing this? Oh, it's already fixed. Good. That would have been out of the picture though. Seriously though, like, do I run back to this Borgia Tower? Or do I try to make myself to these viewpoints and synchronize these things? Maybe run this way. We have one memory start here. There's a feather here. Several things that we need to get Borgia Towers unlocked and such. Let's see, let's look at the Borgia influence right now anyways. Yeah, we are here. There's one Borgia Tower here, 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 and here, and I think some of these can't be unlocked. As far as my entire economy is going, it seems like everything has low popularity, so low sharing, except for this area right here. There's all kinds of things to do still. Yeah, I think the right thing to do is, for the third time, let's see if we can possibly kill that guy.
Only the most sublime casting points. You have never seen the like.
Let's rush as fast as possible. And we've got enough of this. I don't want to mess with collecting flags. Again, the horse just feels slow. Do I have a bad horse, or... Like, look at that guy on the horseback compared to what I'm doing.
Hold it there. You think you can? You won't get far. What are you attacking? Go! Order! Push! Wait, you won't outrun me.
Come on, hit him. Hit him.
We'll get him, don't worry. Right here, we'll get them out.
And he escaped. Irritating, irritating, irritating. So I need a better system. Like, this is what happens, sadly, over and over again, is you will constantly try to take these guys out. They won't get any easier. Well, that didn't quite kill me all the way. Might as well use this while we're over here. My notoriety is up. I'm not sure there's a system in this where you get notoriety is always at 0. But also I feel like the notoriety system in this one is not as bad anyways. That it doesn't increase just in random encounters as much. So there's a sync point. Oops. That was no way to start a climb. I think there's only a few ways you can do this. This, this, and this. And synchronize. At the very least, by synchronizing, now we have a better idea of what we should be doing. And leap of faith, always, since that works towards our goal. Alright. So how's the map look now? There's a poster right there, a doctor to unlock, a feather and some things to do over here, an assassination contract that we might take on, broken aqueduct, but you know, also we should probably go and just try to synchronize this one as well. Why did this viewpoint not, why didn't we consider going to that one? It's almost as if viewpoints unlock later on. So where's this doctor? Like, I don't even think I can afford him. Like, I can't. How much would it cost? 915. I simply don't have 915. And there's no way I'm gonna pickpocket 915 florins off of somebody. I'm noticing that there's this picture of a doctor here, which is some kind of restored memory, which I don't know what that means. Is that some... I would assume that's DLC, which is odd. Like, where are we in this DNA sequence? We're in sequence 3, and it feels like there might only be a sequence 5 or 6 in the entire game. Like, we're on memory 4, and it looks like there's dozens and dozens more on sequence 3. As far as secret locations, we've done 3 out of 6 of the Layers of Romulus. We have done some, but maybe a little less than half. Christina, we haven't done anything. That might very well be a restored memory. As far as assassination contracts, it looks like there's going to only be 4 of them right now. As far as thief missions, none of that. Courtesan missions, none of that has been done. Any of the guilds things we're not even ranked in yet. And then additional memories. Viewpoints, you can see it's 13 of 24, at least in Rome, and 14 of 83 Borgia flags, and 5 of 18 in secret locations, 5 of 10 feathers. I think we should get the feathers. Treasures, 24 of 144. It seems like we could do all of this. Total sync is 18.13%. I'm not sure if that really means much of anything. We could also come to like database locations and see if there's any locations we've walked by and have some memories. Apparently there's one place that we've walked by so far that has a memory to collect, and that's it. Man, there is quite a lot of memories of locations. So look, we're halfway through this database list and we haven't seen the other half of them. And nothing in Tuscany or Montegioni, or however you pronounce that. Recent entries, Thieves and Celio. And let's see. We need to just kind of waste some time to refill our bank items. We've got a lot of tradable items too, but I wouldn't want to trade or sell any of those yet. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.